of course, we're talking about an even bigger brand expansion coming up with the launch of an SUV in the not too distant future. You've had a lot of teases about that. I don't know how much you can talk about it, but what was the intention for the new SUV, the Urus, correct?
Yes. So I mean, the Urus is and will be a super sport utility vehicle. Will be the first one in the market, and is going to hit the market in 2018. And for us, this represents a big change for the company, for our clientele as well. For the company, because we are going to double the size of our factory in Sant'Agata Bolognese in Italy. And we are really doubling the size, and this is really exciting. I was in October there after many months living here in US, and I've been for 10 years in Lamborghini. I was completely astonished to see how big the factory is going to be. And it's a game changer because obviously we will have a different clientele. We will attract, obviously, we will serve families, so new customers, and we will give the opportunity to have a daily driver to all our customers that today, obviously, can enjoy Lamborghini with a 2-seat super sport car, our Aventador V12 engine and our Huracan V10 engine. So it's a great opportunity, above all for this market that is so powerful and strong in the SUV segment.
You've been with Lamborghini for 10 years, you were telling us, and you started in the customer relationship side of the business and,
yes.
and came up to this now top office in the company. What do you know, or in your experience, in a nutshell, about who is the Lamborghini buyer versus the buyer of another exotic super sports car? What is the DNA of the Lamborghini buyer? What attracts them to come to your car versus a couple of other names we could mention?
I would say that one of the key elements is the design of our cars.
It's very audacious.
Yeah,
very audacious.
Yes, you're right. So it's a really sporting, edgy design that attracts our customers, and for sure is the technology. So the contents, the technological contents that we have every year with every product, we bring really strong technical contents. Think about the Aventador, for instance, that has a complete full carbon fiber monocoque. This was launched in 2011. And we are the unique manufacturer producing, developing, and assembling the car with this monocoque. And also the performances, the handling of the car, and the emotion. So these are all those things that attracts our customer, makes the difference versus our competitors.
And the adoption of that technology is very interesting because traditionally, a lot of these cars are very traditional, I guess I should say, with a lot of ties to history. Racing, of course, is very important. But in terms of being progressive in technology, where does Lamborghini stand when it comes to drivetrain technology? How progressive is Lamborghini willing to be when it comes to things like hybrid drivetrains and EV drivetrains? Because presumably the partnership with Audi lets you tap into the family tree a little bit there, right?
So we, regarding the technology, so far we are very concentrated into the super sport car technology, meaning light vehicles. We introduced the carbon fiber monocoque for the Aventador, and also the carbon fiber structure in the body of the Huracan, because lightness of a vehicle is a key factor to win the race in the power to weight ratio. And this is a key element for us because handling is one of the key features. And when you add batteries, you add load and weight, and you reduce the handling. So far, let me say that we are not looking so closely to introduce this into the current models, but for sure we are a company that is at the age of the technology, and so we are always looking for new solutions, and we also want to satisfy our clientele and the market. So we will see something with the SUV for sure, and clearly we are always watching around and seeing which are the trends, and I'm quite confident that once we will have a technology that allows us to use batteries or energy in a different way, maintaining the pureness, sportiness that is our DNA in our cars, maybe at that time we will see also something regarding electrification and so on.
Now, the idea of autonomy and a car like Lamborghini seem ridiculous, like they should never be in the same space. But one of the trends in super sports cars is to make them more livable every day for the buyer, so they're not punishing. Is there a role for driver assist or even a level of autonomy in a future Lamborghini?
I would answer saying that one of the reasons why you buy a Lamborghini is emotion, and emotion is driving a car. And so the autonomous drive machine, or let me say systems, it's something that I don't see so close to us as a brand, because when you want to experience our cars, you want to drive our car, you want to be the owner, and you want to steer the car to do what you want, and also going pretty fast. So I cannot see someone in a racetrack, let's say,
maybe not always a
being
legal
driven.
speed, right?
Exactly.
Being autonomous on the racetrack would be a little bit less fun.
So what I can see tomorrow is some devices that can help the driver to improve the safety of the car, maybe talking with other cars and warning the driver that maybe behind the corner there is another car coming. But the driver is the pivot, so everything goes around the driver and the car. So I think that at the moment I find quite difficult to see an autonomous driver.
It's a strange combination,
Exactly.
but we see so many things, and we think about even a Lamborghini driver's, a person who wants to drive the car, sometimes just back and forth to work on a nice day, and might get distracted and doesn't want to run into the car in front of them, certainly not with a Lamborghini. So a little automatic braking or something might not offend them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something like that can be maybe introduced later on.
It's a delicate dance, though, or your message starts to get kind of stray, doesn't it?
I mean, for us, the key element is the emotion, and emotion comes from what you experience in the car. So driving a car, accelerating on the accelerator and pressing the pedal, braking. So this is part of what we offer to our customers. So if you mean something that helps the driver to be warned in a difficult situation, it's something that I can see. But someone or a system that drives the car
not
for
full
you,
autonomy, no, it wouldn't make no sense.
I think it's a bit.
Go buy a Hyundai.
It's for other brands.
Right.
And that emotional attachment and that driving experience, is the American buyer looking for a different experience than the European buyer of Lamborghinis? Are they being used in different ways? Do you know? Are there any sort of indications that the American buyer is looking for something different than the European buyer?
I can tell you that I have been everywhere in the world, and I've seen almost the same behavior. I mean, our customers want to experience the driving, trying to find the narrowest roads with the sharpest corners, experiencing the handling, sometimes speed. So we have a lot of them going to racetracks to have the opportunity to exceed the limits, because obviously on a daily basis, if you want, you can do, but then you know that you will pay something maybe later on. But this is how they usually do. They go for weekends, they go to restaurants, so, and they really like driving and experience the car for the pleasure of really driving.
It's a device and it's an experience.
Yeah, and
you're buying both when you buy a Lamborghini.
You buy both. The most exciting thing for me is when I sometimes go to our truck days and truck events where we have customers or prospects coming. When they get out from the car and they smile and they say, "Wow, yes, that's for me one of the most rewarding things."
Alessandro, we can't let you go without asking, what are you driving these days, personally, from the corporate stable?
I have an Audi Q7.
Oh, very good. Always interesting snapshot of each executive we meet.
Yeah, I used to drive an A7. Now I have a Q7 because I have a family, and so some
following the SUV trend. I see. Very on point. Very good.